New into stock, we have a BMW i3. It's the range extended version as well, which is the one to have. It's a 2015 on a 15 plate. It's zero tax. It actually says on the fuel economy figures up to 565 miles per gallon. I don't know how they work that out, but that's what it says. So fuel economy figures: urban 353, extra urban 565, and combined is 471. All that fuel economy and a 0 to 60 time of 7.9 seconds, and it really does take off fast, believe me. I've driven it before. Top speed of 93 miles per hour and 170 brake horsepower. It's Aravani grey, that's there. On the bonnet and the tailgate it's black, and on the roof it's kind of plain carbon fibre. It's a really nice colour combination. It's also got round here frozen blue accents round the badge, inside the car, and a couple of little flashes here and there. We've got, let's see, the shell is made out of lightweight carbon fibre. This is the future, I suppose. This is how cars are going to go. It's only done 47,687 miles. It's one owner, and I'm just going to take you for a ride in it now. It's also got the rapid charge preparation. Now, from what I can gather, a full charge takes up to 8 hours from your from a 3-pin plug at home. An 80% charge takes 5.5 hours. With this rapid charging preparation, you can charge it from a public access point, which a DC charger, and that takes up to an hour. It takes 40 minutes to get to an 80% charge. So if you certainly find a supermarket while you're out shopping and plug the car in while you do your shopping, you come back, it's fully charged, so you save money there. I'll just take you for a ride in it now. We have 2 keys for it, quite futuristic keys. Although it is remote opening, it is keyless go, drive away. I'll take you out now. Just show you this while I remember. That's how the doors open. It's also quite clever because some of the cars that have suicide doors, basically you can still shut the door there. So, and then you see marks on the outside where they've shut the back door after the front door. You can't really do it with this. It's well, it should be put foolproof. So, we have 2 of these keys. It's remote central locking, but it's keyless go, so you don't need the key. All you need to do, click the start button here. The start button is designed here to be able to be operated with your thumb, and then you can use the gear selector with the palm of your hand. So, like so, and then into drive, or like so, and into reverse. Very warm in the UK today, so there's going to be some noise from the fan here with the air conditioning on full blast. Car's silent. Parking brakes on there, but I mean I never use it. There is a park button on the top. I should have parked in the shade really, but didn't. I'll just show you I'll try and tell you as much about it, but there is so much to tell that A, I just won't remember it all, and B, I haven't got enough time to do it during this test drive. It's got the BMW eye control or eye select, or whatever you want to call it. From here, if you go into menu and then to vehicle information, you've got multimedia, radio, telephone, navigation, contacts, connected drive, vehicle information, and then eDrive, quick reference, picture search, owner's handbook, onboard computer, trip computer, and then to vehicle status. Click vehicle status. Then you've got tire pressure monitor, perform reset, service requirements, and check control. If you go to service requirements and click on that, then you've only got brake fluid, vehicle check, and service history. So if you just turn the rotary selector to service history and click on that, that tells you when the car was serviced. A lot of trouble, a lot easier just getting the service book out of the handbook, but out the glove box. But now this is it. It tells you when it was serviced, what day, and by a BMW dealer and a number of the BMW dealer that nobody knows unless you ring BMW. So, absolutely stupid. Anyhow, another good thing this has, which I'll show you on the go. So we're at the moment we're on electric power. So there you go. We're in reverse. Knock it forward to drive. We're off. I'll just show you. Also, we've got power folding door mirrors. The car's silent, and believe me, it sets off quick as well. I brought it back. I picked it up yesterday. Brought it back on the motorway, and it just runs away with you. 70 miles an hour is no trouble, and it will go quite a lot faster. Top speed of 93 miles an hour. So the first thing I'll do here, because we're down to 13 miles range, I've been using it all yesterday, and we've got 29 miles of petrol. This is the one with the range extender, the one that you need to have. It has a 10 litre or thereabouts fuel tank. The fuel tank is for a 650cc engine, but it's not, the engine doesn't drive the wheels, it generates electricity. So it doesn't power the car at all, except for making electricity for the car to run off. So that range extender, when the vehicle gets down to 6.5% charge, I think it is, the range extender will automatically come on. Or you can put, it has a mode called hold. Again, words fail me as to why they've not just put a button on the dashboard that says hold and you just click it. No. So you go into menu, go into settings, and then navigate to range extender there, which is the third one down. Click on range extender and then click hold state of charge. So that brings up the fuel or your range on the petrol and your range on electric. It's always best to save a little bit of electric just in case. That's what I do. So we're now on the petrol engine, which that's just charging the batteries. I can't hear it. Well, I can't hear anything for this fan, but we're ready to go. I can't hear a thing. I can't hear an engine running. And there you go, it's moving, so something's working. I'll just put that back on again. So we've got aircon, we've got heated seats, we've got cruise control, electric windows, electric door mirrors. Now just watch, this guy will think I'm racing, so I won't do it yet, but I'll do it when we get to the next bit, and just put my foot down. You will be surprised. Just put that on navigation. Now, if you put a destination into the sat nav, and like I did yesterday, they very kindly left me with 36 miles electric and 19 miles fuel, and it was a 70-mile trip. As soon as I put that in the sat nav, it immediately came up with charging points. Now, with this vehicle being fitted with the fast charging preparation, I could have gone and sat at a fuel station or whatever for 40 minutes and it being 80% charged, and I could have come home on totally electric. I'll just put my foot down now. Right, watch. We're at 60, 65, too fast. I'm slowing down now. Now, again, this, it's a kind of a different way of driving, but it's a really good way of driving. When I picked the vehicle up, the first thing I noticed was the discs were rusty. All round, the discs were rusty. And the car, I was told, was in daily use, kind of. Been stood for a little while, but not as long as the discs suggested. When I got to drive it, I understood why. As soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, the car, the kinetic energy of the car is fed back into the batteries as a charge. So that at the moment the motor is driving the car. As soon as I let my foot off the accelerator, the motor stops, and then the momentum of the car drives it. Now you see, I'm not touching anything, we're slowing down to a stop, but the charge indicator on the dash there flies right over to the left, and it starts putting electricity back into the battery. So you get to know how this car drives, and it takes a very short space of time, and you never use the brakes. So I would suggest if anybody buys this, you use the brakes, try and just tap them once a day just to get the rust off the disc. Otherwise the discs will end up useless, and when you do need to use them, probably braking on the motorway or sharp braking, then you know, they won't be very efficient. Also, I would suggest that if you're driving behind a BMW i3, keep your distance, because honestly, watch this, I'm not braking, I've taken my foot off the accelerator and I've stopped well short of the traffic in front without touching anything. So it's, you go down hills, you take your foot off the brake, you charge the battery. It's a very, very well thought out system. It's great to drive. The batteries, well, honestly, I just don't know where to start. It's a carbon fibre body, and carbon fibre strands are something like I don't know, it's a 1/10 or 100th as thick as a human hair. We'll go for a 1/10. And it's all woven together. The factory that these cars are made in is wind powered. It's all about saving energy and saving the planet, I suppose. They use less water. The fabrics they use in them, the seats are part 40% wool, which again, you know, you've got some sheep, you've got any amount of wool, so we're not depleting the earth. We're just making sheep cold occasionally. It's a very, very fast car. Again, I've taken my foot off the brake. I'm going to have to give it some assistance here because I was going too fast then. But if you anticipate what the traffic in front of you is going to do, then you just need your foot on the accelerator. You don't need to move it off. The car will hold you on a hill as well. You've got several different modes here. You've got comfort, which allows you to have the aircon on and drive as fast as you want. You've then got Eco Pro, which lights up on the dashboard and gives you a display on there. And then you've got Eco Pro Plus, which knocks the aircon off and stuff, and we don't want that today. But Eco Pro will squeeze the last mile out of your electric charge. So and it will also change the sat-nav display and give you the option to take an Eco Pro route, or one that you can achieve the most miles to the gallon. We've got height and reach adjustable steering wheel here. The seats are very, very comfortable, well padded, height and reach adjustable. Your iDrive here, media, radio, menu, telephone, nav, back an option. And it's a shame the slip road isn't just clear, because it is an amazing car to drive. We'll just give it some, I was going to say gas, but we'll give it some electric. There you go. And again, we're at 70 and it's silent. We've got tinted windows. Nice sat-nav display there. You've got your digital speedo here, your mileometer. At the bottom left, your fuel, how many miles left, distance to fill up, electricity. It says 14 there. Now if I take my foot off the accelerator now, the charge shoots up to the left. We'll just tuck in here. I'll have to put my foot on the accelerator now because we're slowing down too much. But it's charging the battery. Very, very quiet, very comfortable. Nice and roomy cabin. It is a 4-seater. In the middle of the back's 2 seats, there's cup holders. We've got a front central armrest, and one word of warning, make sure it's all the way forward, because if it's not, if it's there, I have a tendency to get in the car, put my elbow on there while I get in. Unfortunately, you do that, and you end up in the passenger seat. So make sure it's down and locked. There's a little bit of space in there, another cup holder here, in there, another cup holder. You've got a power socket, and you've also got USB in and auxiliary in. Just move that over there and into the inside lane. The non-range extender version of this, I think you've got about 70 miles. If you use this and you run completely out of electricity and there isn't another charger working from here to Land's End, you can still run it on petrol. So long as you keep filling the petrol tank, you can just run it on the range extender and keep going. So it's a very, very good option. The batteries give it a low centre of gravity. It's got ISOFIX rear seats, a fair amount of boot space. This one comes with a charging lead, and it's not just a lead with a plug on it, it's a smart lead. Tells you whether it's charging, when it's charged, and make sure you've got an earth connection, which I assume is pretty important if you're charging the vehicle outside in the rain. You don't want to get fried. It's a good looking car. I have driven an i8. That's a tremendous car as well. But this 170 brake horse from an electric motor, and it's seamless. No changing gears. It's just power right from the time you touch the accelerator to the time you let off. And I'll just show you here now. We'll speed up a little bit. I'll take my foot off the accelerator, and we're slowing down there, and we're not freewheeling. The engines are actually, the motor's actually braking the car. So I would have pulled up way back there. So, I mean, ideally, you just temper it with your foot, accelerate, and as you take your foot off the brake, it starts slowing down, off completely, and that's it. We'll cover the brake because I don't want to run into this Passat. I'm not an expert yet, but it's I don't know, perhaps it gives you an interest in your driving and makes you want to get more economy. Right, let's see. Fuel computer there. 28% tells you how many watts you're using. Average speed, outside temperature and time. Indicator on the left. Never tried the cruise control. It does work because I used it yesterday. That's my camera overheating. Excellent. Try and get some cold air on that camera. This is probably the most important one at the moment because I wanted to show the instruments and it's cut out. So the sun's on that side. With a bit of luck that'll work because we're going to be turning in a second. It'll make it a lot more difficult for me to edit this video, but we'll see. So there you go. You see there, as I accelerate, the power shifts over, and then take my foot off the accelerator. We're slowing down, not touching the brakes, and I'm going to pull up well short of this junction. So I've actually got to apply the accelerator again, and again it's charging. And it's got Bluetooth hands-free. It's also got audio streaming. The sound system's extremely good as well. Just let me just see this. So we'll just set that to 45. There's the cruise control. I don't suppose there's much point anyway setting at 70, because who knows how many revs it's doing, just how many kilowatts it's using, and what fuel economy. It's as I say, I wouldn't have a clue how to start working it out, miles to gallon, or how they get to any figures, but obviously there's people a heck of a lot cleverer than me working that out, so I'll trust them. If they're anything like the petrol figures, then take them with a pinch of salt, because you probably already know it's very difficult to achieve the miles per gallon that they say you can get out of petrol cars. But I think the worst one on here is 350 miles per gallon, so I'd be quite pleased with that. You can also increase the speed there, the cruise control. Going into a corner here, I've actually got to accelerate to get around the corner. So as I say, it's a constant, just moving your right foot, and you could drive all day without ever touching the brake. Menu, navigation, contacts, multimedia, vehicle information. If you go into the vehicle information, you've actually got the owner's handbook, so no matter where you are, even if you haven't got your book pack with you, you can just search round for whatever you want on the in the owner's handbook and find it. Onboard computer there you go. Range 50 miles. Consumption. Service partner details. Indicators are on the left there. Your wipers are on the right, if you can just see them. It's the usual design. Auto wipers there. You can't really see that for. There's nobody behind me. There you go, the wiper stalk there. Got automatic headlamps. Of course, the more electric things you've got on, the shorter the range of the vehicle. There's a reasonable sized luggage compartment. Under the bonnet is where the charging lead goes. You've got a fuel flap on the front driver's side wing for petrol, and a charging point on the rear driver's side wing for the electric cable. It's nice grey material, it's nice to touch. I'm not sure about this stuff here, and on the dashboard again the material's been chosen to save energy, but it kind of looks like packing case material. Lots of carbon fibre though. You can see the carbon fibre on the sills and also the roof. Try and park this in some shade, let all my cameras cool down. No, another camera gone off now. It is hot in the screen. Okay, I'll just show you how to set the sat nav on this BMW i3. From any screen, from any button into nav, and then you see the screen there. If you click the selector over twice and wind it up to destination input, there we go. So I'll put us in again. We are Grosvenor Garage, Chorley Road, Walton Dale, Preston, PR. Now if we turn this round to further characters, the numbers, so PR5, 4, and then it defaults back to letters J, S, and then click for OK in the middle. Turn the selector down to start guidance.
In 200 yards, you will have reached your destination.
That's it. We sat on the fork up, so that's how to do that. Okay, I'll just show you how to delete a mobile from this system. If we go into menu, and then you've got multimedia, telephone, radio, so down to telephone, Bluetooth devices, you've got phone book, last number redial, receive call, dial number, Bluetooth devices, onto there, and you see Bluetooth. Make sure it's got a tick in Bluetooth. Down to my phone there, click on that, accept and connect or remove device. So remove device, that's it gone. Okay, I'll just show you how to pair a mobile to the Bluetooth system in this BMW i3. First of all, we make sure that Bluetooth is on. Bluetooth on. Then, from any screen, onto menu, navigate to telephone, click telephone, Bluetooth devices, click Bluetooth devices, add new device, and it's now looking for that BMW 48182. Click on that, pair, and click OK. I don't want it to allow my favourites to sync, but you will. So there you go, it's connecting now, showing connected on the phone and connected on the dash. It's also got a tick here next to Bluetooth audio. That's the next thing. If you go into your iTunes, click on the red triangle with the 3 red circles, you see there BMW, and if there's no tick next to BMW, just tick it. We then go to media, and if I turn that up, that's it.